And here's what we're doing with the Goldenrod, and we have an update on the Loofah. Good morning. This morning I am going to process some of this Goldenrod that I collected yesterday. As you can see, I have already cut some of the stems. This group right here, I'm going to tie it and turn it upside down and dry it, and probably this one also. But down here I have some that I have, well, there's a purple flower that doesn't belong in there. These I'm going to cut and put in the jars, and I'm going to make some tincture. This group here, I believe I'm going to dry it with my dehydrator, just to get some that I can put in jars to save for later for tincture or whatever, or salves or whatever I'm going to do with them. But as you can see, I got a really nice haul of flowers. They're really pretty, and they really have kind of a sweet little smell. It smells really sweet. It's not what you would think. They're already starting to dry. It's not what you would think, but they're very sweet, and they say that you can actually eat them. You can eat the leaves. So there's a lot you can do with them. So I'm excited to get the infused oil, and I also have some spearmint that was in my old garden that the cows destroyed. Well, the spearmint is growing back, so I'm going to gather some of that and dehydrate the leaves so that I can use them later in salves also. They have very good medicinal properties, just like this one does. So I will tell you more about that as I go. So right now, I'm going to get these jars ready. I've already got one. So I've filled it about 3/4 of the way up. And I will, for the infused oil, I will fill it full of olive oil or canola oil. And for my tincture, I will fill it full of 100 proof vodka. And this is my first year to be able to have these available. So I'm excited to get them done. There's a little ant crawling around. So I'm shaking all the bugs out, and because I do not want any bugs in my tincture. So we will see you in a minute. Okay, and here I'm just cutting these little flowers up, and I do want some of the leaves, so I'm stripping some of the leaves. The little small stems, you can use those also, but I want as much of these leaves, these blooms, as I can get in my jar. And so I'm just kind of rough chopping them so they fit in there nicely. And y'all, these smell so good when you cut them. It just makes that smell even better. And my tool's a little bit dull. I need to get another one. Okay, so I'm going to keep filling these jars up. I have several jars. And I'm going to take all of these little blossoms off. I'm trying not to waste too many of them here. And I just love the smell. It smells so good. And I am outdoors so that I can shake off some of these little bugs. But there's a lot of little tender leaves on these, so I just kind of strip them. Anything that I'm not using, you don't see here on the table, but down below I have a container to gather all the stems and things that I don't use. And I'm going to throw that to my animals, chickens, goats. They'll all eat them, and they're very good for them. So I'm excited about getting, so they'll get to have the leftovers. And there's going to be plenty of them, so I won't have to worry about that. So I'm going to get some more of these jars filled so you can see what I'm doing and you get the idea. And I will order some quality beeswax for my salve. So now I have taken all of the large stems. I've got some leaves. I've got the tender leaves. I've tried to get rid of anything, and I have put them, this is my last jar. I ended up with 5 jars, and I still have some to hang up to dry and to put in the dehydrator. So I've still got several bundles that I can do from this last gathering. And I have some, this is all of what I'm going to throw over to the animals and let them eat that. It's beneficial to them also. And I have some mint leaves, so I will clean those up and I will put them in a jar also. And here is my olive oil for my infused oil. And also I will put, I don't have it yet, but I will get some 100 proof vodka and pour in these 4 tinctures. So that is what I did with my last harvest. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. And I'll let you know when I'm working on something else that might interest you. And we appreciate it. See ya. Bye. I want y'all to see how pretty my loofah is. I have been waiting all summer. It's finally got a lot of blooms. And I'm just waiting for the loofah. I'm afraid that we're running out of time before winter comes. But it's so healthy and so pretty. I've been trimming off some of the lower ends and giving them to the animals. The rabbits love them, the chickens love them, the ducks love them. So at least it's not going to waste. It's providing some food, even though I don't have any loofah sponges. But while I was trimming this morning, I found a surprise up inside the little trellis, which will be moved next year so that it won't take over my chicken yard. But y'all look at this. You got to look close. I'll try to get you there. We go. I have a loofah, and it looks like it's about 12 to 18 inches long. So it's really been growing good for a while. I just didn't notice it because the vine took over this trellis and I hadn't even been under it recently. So there is my update on my loofah. I have at least one. I may get plenty of seeds for next year. And we will see you again.